Welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance, everybody. Thanks for joining me again. We're here in Sasau, and I think the last thing we did at the end of the last episode was we delivered that Moldavite to these masters, and they're telling us to come back tomorrow. I think that's what they're telling us, this one here. I have to wait until the master engraver has set the Moldavite in the crown. It told me to come in the early evening on the following day. Oh, we don't even come back in the morning, we come back in the early evening. Well, while we're here in Sasau, there is something we can do here. This Restless Spirit quest that we got a while back. The herb woman asked me to help Drahomira, the butcher woman from Ledetchko, who is at her wit's end. She claims the ghost of her dead neighbor has been haunting her at night, and she can't get a wink of sleep. So the reason we're here is because in order to banish the ghost, we need flowers from his grave. In order to pick the flowers from the grave, I first need to find it. It's somewhere in the Sasau cemetery, and I'll recognize it from the ivy growing on it. And it is right down here. So let us call our magical horse Pebbles, and we will go for a ride over to the church. People will notice your bad. So why is this thing telling me this again? I don't understand this. I'm not doing anything bad. Why are you telling me this, game? My reputation here in Sasau, it's 53. It's not great, but it's not bad either. So I really don't understand. Fulfill tasks, keep the roads safe from bandits, give alms to beggars. Those are all things that you can do to improve your standing in the people's eyes, but I just don't know why the game is telling me that out of the blue. Did that at the end of the last episode as well. Yeah, something else I should be doing is selling off all this stuff I've got. I've got a whole bunch of inventory here. You can see I'm just barely under my limit. Let's see, I've got, I've got a silver ring that maybe I could sell, maybe. I already sold off these extra weapons I had. But, I am starting to wonder what it is that I'm carrying that's making me so heavy. I actually don't know what. I guess I have chalices and stuff like that I could sell. I'm not sure who would pay the most for those things. Just a regular trader, maybe? I'm not sure. So if we look at our map, Sasau here, we'll see that it still says there's an activity giver there, and I think we've been here and we didn't get an activity. There's a trader right here in town. Where are you going, horse? Turning all the way around. So, activity giver. Remember he was like at the butcher. I'll walk over here again. I think I already came by here, but I don't remember what happened. What's up, butcher?
Good day to you. What do you need?
Yeah, see, nothing. We could talk trade and that's about it.
I'll be with you.
As far as selling stuff to this guy, I mean, I could sell off some of this food that's going to go bad. You know, we'll get a few coins, 0.4 coins, sell off all these onions that are going bad. I mean, otherwise it'd just go bad. But that's of all the stuff that I'm carrying, that's the only stuff he'll buy from me. This stuff right here. I got a bunch of apples that are going to go bad. Let's go ahead and give those to him as well. Doggone it. I want to sell all of them, thank you. And I don't know how drinking water goes bad, but apparently it does. So I don't know what the deal is with the game telling me that there's a quest or an activity to be had there, because there most certainly is not. Okay. So trader. Right here. This is a trader. So let's go sell some things. What's up, dude?
Good health to you, sir.
Thank you. Alright, what am I going to sell? Well, I have an axe I didn't realize I had. I don't know why I didn't sell that to the blacksmith dude. I have some jackets I could sell, but I could probably sell those to a tailor. But other stuff like, the heck? I can't sell this guy. What in the world? I thought I had stuff like rings and, goblets and stuff like that. Why am I not seeing that in here? This guy doesn't want to buy that stuff? Well, who does then? Huh. I don't know. All I know is that I am carrying a bunch of stuff and I want to get rid of it and I want to sell it because I walked all the way back from that bandit camp at night in the dark specifically so that I could sell it here. I'm gonna go back to this blacksmith here. See if he'll buy anything. Let's see. How's it going, dude?
Kuttenberg is far, far away.
My respects to you.
Mm-hmm. Have we talked to him about this Queen of Sheba's sword? I don't think we have we?
I'm looking for pieces of a sword that a pilgrim from the Holy Land was selling. Would you happen to know anything about it?
I would. Of course I would.
Of course.
Well,
It's a load of tripe. Only a fool would have given that trickster a single groschen, and I'm no fool. How about you?
but if he lied about that sort of stuff, it would be a terrible sin.
Don't be so gullible, lad. That bastard never saw the Holy Land. Unless it was in a fresco.
Oh, okay. I guess he doesn't have anything then. Let's talk about trade. Alright, what will this guy buy from us? Well, I mean, he'll sell these kits, but I don't think I want to sell these. We could sell him some charcoal. I don't know why I would want charcoal. Do I need this? Charcoal is wood burnt in kilns by pyrolysis. Without influx of air. It is used primarily in forges and smelting works and to a lesser extent in alchemy for its filtration properties. I don't know, do I need to hang on to that for alchemy? So here's horseshoes and oh, daggone it. I always forget. Okay, this is the stuff that I have to sell. Okay, so we could sell him a chalice. We could sell him a goblet. We could sell him a candle. Sell a glass goblet. 3 of these. Sell him this goblet. Oh, these goblets. I have 2 of these. And another goblet here. Wait, 2 more of these. Wow, okay. Well, no wonder I'm so heavily encumbered. And a chalice. I've got some wool fabric here, but we could probably get more money for that from a tailor, maybe. So that's pretty good stuff here. Here's a silver ring that for some reason shows up in armor. I guess I could put this on maybe, but doesn't look like it really does a whole lot for me. Oh, I think I just put it in the basket instead of putting it on. Okay. And then as far as weapons goes, I guess when I saw that, I don't know. Some of these guys don't buy things. But I thought I had an axe, but I guess he's not interested in buying it. I was kind of hoping to get my weight down a lot more than this. Gosh. But, you know, I'm carrying these kits, I guess, and they weigh something, and these books. But yeah, I don't want to get rid of these kits. I think I want to keep these. So, let us sell this stuff. Close the deal. I'm not really haggling that much anymore. I mean, I have money. Money's not that important to me anymore. And I gain reputation every time I sell something without haggling. So, reputation's a good thing. So yeah, if we go in here to my inventory and I look at my armor, put on a silver ring. Doesn't really do anything, but I'll wear it. I think there's a weaponsmith right here. So he might buy this thing I've got. What's up,
God
dude?
be with you. May the Lord watch over.
So sell. Okay, that's all he's willing to buy from us. So I don't know. I guess I don't know. I guess when I was looking at stuff, I was looking at stuff to buy instead of to sell, like I tend to do. So he's not gonna. So I don't know what the heck I'm carrying that's so freaking heavy. But that's a question I ask in pretty much every game I play. Alright, enough of this. I guess there's just some stuff I'm just going to need to drop off in my stash when I go back to lodging.
Yeah.
So we're going to go on over to the church. Try not to run over anybody. Oh. I was really trying to avoid him, and the horse just ran right at him. It's the horse's fault. Okay. So around back here, chamomile. Oh, we found the grave. Okay. So here's the grave. And I'm supposed to some cemetery flowers. I don't remember what I'm supposed to do exactly. I'm supposed to pick the flowers. Yeah, need flowers. All right, here we go. I'm gonna pick these flowers.
No son of anyone. God knows what it was.
Okay, I picked the flowers. Now what? Completed that. And now we just need to drive the ghost out of Drahomira's cottage. That's it. Plain and simple. Very easily done. I have everything I need. Now I can perform this. Now I can perform the smudging ritual, and that takes place back in whatever town this is. This is Ledetchko? I think this is Ledetchko. Yeah. So that is that. Now, what do we do? I mean, I guess I could ride back over there right now, because we can't come back here till tonight. So, the heck with it. Let's do that. Let's go back to Ledetchko. So let me bring up my main map. And we'll just hot-tail it over to Ledetchko. We've got our armor on. We're sitting on our horse, or were we? Nope. Oh, God, I wasn't on my horse. Oh, well. So it'll take a little longer to get over there.
Problems with stomach ulcers? Buy my potion
Okay.
made from magical herbs plucked from the base of Mount Olympus.
So now we go up here. Man, being on foot after being on horse seems very slow. Okay, is it you I talked to?
Watch over you, Henry.
All right, Drahomira.
I'm back with the incense. Can we begin?
Good. Let's go to the cross in the bedroom.
Okay. All right. Begin the smudging ritual. Well, let's hope that the game tells me what to do. Because I don't know what a smudging ritual is. Beats the heck out of me, man. Let's see. I should put all the ingredients in the incense burner. Okay, drop the herbs in. I did that.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I just did.
I feel a bit out of my depth. This is my first time.
Yeah, give me a break.
Now you tell me. Well, get started. You've got the flowers, so it has to work.
Well, here goes.
Latin.
Pater noster quiest incarnis sanctificator omen tuum.
Are you sure you're saying that right?
No, I'm not.
I mustn't be interrupted. In nominate parties et filiis et spirits etc.
I don't know English.
In the name of Jesus Christ, leave and never return. In the name of the Holy Spirit, may you find peace in the kingdom of God in the highest.
Okay. Now I'm supposed to burn the herbs. Yep, that's what it says. Now I have to burn the plants. Okay, let's burn them. They're a-burning.
Glory be to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. O Lord, may he rest in eternal peace, and may eternal light guide his way. Amen.
Amen.
Okay.
Thank you. Please God, I can finally sleep in peace at night. Come by tomorrow to see if it worked.
Sounds like we're going to have a busy day tomorrow. Got to go back to the Masters tomorrow. We got to come back here tomorrow. All right. Well, it says the objective was completed. Oh, this isn't the way out. How do I get out of here? Oh, okay. Oh, this is the butcher's shop. So now, I performed the smudging ritual in Drahomira's cottage and chanted the spell. Just as the herb woman advised me, the ghost should be gone. I performed the smudging ritual to banish the ghost, but I only know if it's worked in the morning. I should come and see Drahomira then. Okay, I can do that. Am I hungry? I am hungry. Did I see food in here? I did see food in here. There's plenty of food to eat in this world. It is not a problem. Oh, here's her bedroom. And, oh, I'd have to lockpick that.
Did the incense burning work?
You've come too early. It's not even night yet. He always comes when I'm ready to sleep.
Okay, I'll come back later. I don't think that I have a permanent home here in Ledetchko, a place to sleep. Pretty sure I don't, but I think I'm supposed to go to the miller here in Ledetchko and see how our friends are doing. Find out how Fritz and Matthew are doing. I should stop by Ledetchko Mill as soon as I can to see how that pair is getting on. Well, let's do that right now.
Yeah.
Right over here.
I want to get out of here.
He wants to get out of here. Oh, game saved for some reason. Okay.
It's not going to get any better, is it? I just think we should go. Doesn't matter where.
Doesn't matter. We need working for the infirmary. We can make that money here.
Pay is pitiful. It's just arms. We used to earn much more.
Yes, but this is a mill, not a silver mine.
Not even our mine chief Nemo was as much of a halfwit as our new mill foreman. And that's saying a lot.
Yes, but right now we're here. We just have to hold on a little longer, and then we'll ask around elsewhere.
Staying. The sooner, the better. Or I'm liable to lose my temper and hit him over the head with something.
What a wonderful idea. That would really help. Didn't you have enough the first time?
The devil take it all. And you too.
Well, these two are not happy, especially old Fritz here.
Good health to you, Henry.
Well, thank you, Millmaid Jane. At least Matthew here has some sense to him. Let's talk to her first. Oh yeah, we're looking for somebody named Riki. Okay, hold on, one thing at a time. Let's talk to these losers. What's up?
How are you?
So how's it going on, guys?
Are you happy here?
It's not worth a damn. If I had any choice, you wouldn't see my heels for dust.
Well, what's happened? Did you two get yourselves into trouble?
A fine friend you are, assuming it's our own bloody fault.
Oh, come on. You know what you two are like. I had to ask.
Well, perhaps with that monk. But now, the foreman's got it in for us. If he could, he'd skin us alive.
Oh, why? What's going on?
Always forcing you to work, is he?
If only. That wouldn't be so awful. But nothing we do is good enough for him. There's always some reason for him to yell at us.
I can imagine.
You know what it's like. We do too little, and it takes us too long, and what we eat's worth more than the work we've done, and it's no fun listening to that sort of shit day after day.
Yeah, what about the miller, though?
And the miller won't stick up for you. I would have thought all the yelling would drive him mad.
Not really. He trusts that loudmouth bastard more than us. He's got us down for a pair of parasites.
I see.
What's so stupid is the mill really needs us. They haven't had any hands here for quite a while, and the mill needs a lot of fixing. But with them around, we can't even get to work.
You didn't provoke him, did you guys?
And you definitely don't... You don't ever provoke him?
I've already told you once, he's an arsehole. I'd say there's nothing we can do about it. If he wants to yell at us, he'll yell at us.
Have you tried talking with him?
What do you think? But that just sets him off. He starts saying we're practically bandits, and what he's going to do about it. That gets Fritz going, and he starts yelling too, and...
I'd never have guessed it.
I'd never have guessed he's like that.
Well, get a job here as a hand, and you'll soon see.
And what does he do during the day? Does he work with you?
Good one. He keeps his eye on everything, but his hand only touches the saw when the miller shows up, which isn't that surprising.
Why?
The last time he did anything, he almost took his thumb off with a chisel. I wouldn't put an axe in those paws of his either.
So he's clumsy and arrogant. That's what you said about your last master, that Nimoy.
Aye, but at least you could sneak away from old Nimoy for a bit. No chance of that around here.
And what do you want to do about it? Just run away?
Actually, I'd like to stay here, at least for a bit. I never would have thought I'd like working at a mill. But not with him around. It's unbearable. And there's no one I can complain to. But you could.
Me? Do you think they'll listen to me?
They did once already, didn't they? They hired us because of you. You could have another word with them.
Back then, making promises was enough. Now, it will be worse.
You can forget about the miller. It's Thomas you need to convince. The miller takes his opinion seriously. So, will you do it for us? Again?
Fine. I'll try and talk to him.
I'm glad. But try not to get on his wrong side. You won't get anywhere with him then.
I'll keep that in mind.
Man, how would this world turn without Henry here? Stealth.
I'd like you to teach me how to be better at stealth.
Certainly.
I don't think that we could learn this yet.
I'd
Oh,
like
wow,
to hone
level
my
10.
skills.
First you have to have some skills to hone.
Well, I'll think it over.
God be with you.
Okay, so, does Matthew have anything to say? Oh, that was Fritz.
God be
Fritz,
with
I
you.
mean. We were just talking to Matthew. The monastery wants money from you? What's this now?
The monastery wants you to pay for treatment. That doesn't sound right.
Leave it be, Howell.
I don't know what this is about. The monastery wants you to pay for treatment. No, man.
I won't.
Oh.
What happened?
Lost reputation.
We might have pummeled his face. But don't get involved, Henry. We'll settle it on our own.
Okay, I don't know what this is about. Who'd you beat up, man?
Wait, who exactly did you pummel?
Well, he kept on bothering us and... in a nutshell, it was his fault and we're not going to talk about it anymore.
But couldn't there be a way to settle it? Maybe he'd let you off the...
There isn't.
Okay, if you say so.
All right, if you say so.
Not gonna push it. So Matthew's already complained about your foreman.
Matthew told me your foreman's a fool, and you're not exactly filled with Christian love for him.
You better believe it. I'd like to pay him back for everything and drown him in the river.
Drown him? What's he done to you?
It was the first or the second day here. We had a disagreement and I told him off. And then, all of a sudden, we're fighting and that fucker just throws me in the river. I nearly drowned.
Well, how did you get out? I thought you couldn't swim.
I can't. They pulled me out. I was up to my waist in water.
I see. Well, I'd be pretty fucking angry too. So you want to pay him back?
Exactly. I don't give a shit about anything around here, but that bastard's in need of a good trouncing.
He doesn't seem too bad to me. Have we even talked to him?
I spoke with him briefly, and he doesn't seem so horrible.
Then you ought to try working with him. He's a sneaky bastard. And arrogant. You should see how he puffs himself up when he's off to play dice with Lawrence.
Who's Lawrence? Another mill hand?
Aye. but at the neighbouring mill. They call him the Wren. Damned if I know why. Thomas goes there to play dice with him.
What about the others at the mill? Are they awful as well?
The miller's an old fool. He believes every word that comes out of Thomas's mouth. It's hopeless. And then there's the miller's daughter. She's a pretty lass, and kind with it. And what can she do? Nothing. Not that it stops Matthew gonna see her. But Thomas is the root of the problem.
Do you think he's jealous? Is she a sweetheart?
He might make puppy dog eyes at her, but most of the time he just struts about like a peacock. I really don't think she's the problem.
And what do you want to do about it? Do you think you can come to an agreement?
No fucking chance. Matthew hopes so because he likes it here. It's true the work's better than the mines, but the pay's worse.
So how do you plan on dealing with it? Leaving?
Perhaps. But first, I want to give Thomas a proper trouncing. I mean a real thrashing.
And you think that will help?
Maybe. Maybe it'll knock some sense into that fat head of his. Or he'll be too frightened to mess with me.
That might help.
So why don't you arrange a fight with him? If we win, he'll leave us alone. Oh, we could...
What?
We could lure him off someplace far away and then wait for him. Maybe to play dice with Lawrence. He would have to go through the dark woods.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, I don't like his plan.
See you later.
I'm going to try to go with Matthew's plan instead. So, it looks like the lads aren't doing too well. Thomas, the overseer, is on their backs and keeps bothering them. They asked me if I could go do something about it. If I could do something to sort it out. Matthew wants to deal with the foreman gently so as not to throw fat on the fire. Fritz wants to get revenge on Thomas by giving him a beating. He doesn't care whether it's an arranged fight or we lure him somewhere and ambush him. I should go and see Thomas the foreman and try reasoning with him. Yeah. I mean, we try to reason with this guy. I guess this is him right here. I wonder if I talk to the miller. What's up, dude?
Good day to you.
Good day to you. How the guys doing, man?
Are you happy with your new workers?
They're good carpenters, but someone constantly has to stand behind their backs and keep an eye on them.
Really?
Yes. When I'm there with them, everything goes smoothly. But the moment I leave, I hear Thomas yelling.
I've heard.
I don't know what I'd do without Thomas. He keeps an eye on everything for me now. The mill wouldn't function without him.
Yeah, but he isn't able to handle everything.
Oh, but Thomas has problems with carpentry.
You're right. You should hear him cursing when he has to turn his hand to it. He knows he'll never be a real miller.
But just because of that?
No. He's not too skilled at handling the water wheel and the mill run either. He can wield a shovel well enough, but otherwise I have to keep telling him how to do things.
So he's not been foreman too long?
No. My son used to run the mill, but then his wagon overturned with him inside it. It'll be a year ago now, come spring.
I'm sorry.
Me too, boy. And after Martin was gone, the other workers left and only Thomas stayed. I don't know what I'd do without him.
What happened that day? Wagons don't overturn themselves.
He was transporting new stone blocks for the mill and he had to take a detour. Since the wagon was too heavy for the ford, it was after a downpour. The load must have slipped and the whole wagon fell on him. I pray it was quick.
So he was alone, with no one to help him?
Of course not. Thomas was there too. He helped Martin to load the wagon in Sasau and both of them set off back.
This is sounding very fishy.
Just the two of them? No one else was there?
No, they always did it that way. Martin didn't like dragging people where it wasn't necessary, when they could be doing work elsewhere. But if I had been there with them, maybe he'd still be alive. Thomas couldn't pull the wagon off him. He ran for help, but it was already too late.
I'm sorry. But I'm sure he's in God's kingdom now.
He was a good boy, a kind soul.
Have you been without carpenters for a while?
A long time. Since winter, it's been just me and Thomas.
Nobody stays around?
No. These days, it's hard to find a man you can rely on. Young lads today are bone idle. None of them wants to do an honest day's work.
And how many have actually worked here?
About half a dozen, maybe more. We always put up with them till the most urgent work was done, then sent them packing.
What about Jane?
And what about Jane? Shouldn't she have a husband by now?
What are you trying to say?
A pretty girl like her is ripe for marriage.
What are you saying,
With a
dude?
large dowry because she comes from a mill? Well, she had herself a man once, but he ran away during the winter. He wasn't up to the work either.
And how long did he last?
You know, he was here for a while. But back then my son was a foreman and he was a kindly soul. Too kind. He never threw anyone out.
So, everyone started leaving when Thomas took over?
Well, Thomas is a dog on slackers. And just as well. Maybe it's harsh, but that's what you need nowadays. If we don't mill, folk don't eat.
Isn't he doing it on purpose?
So, the moment Thomas became mill foreman, everyone started running off. Not one man could stand it here, even if they had a chance to marry Jane. Don't you think Thomas might be doing it on purpose? Sounds to me like he's after the mill, or your daughter, or both.
That's not like him. He's a good man and straightforward. He knows I can always send for a new mill foreman.
And Jane?
Don't worry about her. She'll wed whoever I approve of, even Thomas if he asks for her hand. At least with him, I know he won't leave the mill.
Indeed, why would he, once he's got rid of everyone else?
That's enough. I don't know why you're trying to slander Thomas, but I don't mean to listen to it any longer. God be with you.
He really likes... What?
I
What?
heard
Huh?
what you asked my father. You can't expect help from him. He's none too sharp these days.
Well, can you help?
And can you help me?
Did you see the other thing you could say?
No. Nobody listens to me. But I wanted to say that Thomas does do it on purpose. He did it the same way before.
Why?
Because he's afraid if someone comes who's more skilled, Father will notice and give his job to the newcomer.
And your father lets him? Can't he settle this?
He probably could, but he doesn't want to. My brother was the mill foreman before him, but last year a wagon overturned on him, broke his back. It broke my father too. And Thomas was here the longest. He was always close to my brother, so Father chose him as the mill foreman.
And Thomas doesn't listen to anyone? Can't you persuade him?
No. He keeps looking my way and tries to be nice, but he doesn't care what I've got to say. When I tell him something, it goes in one ear and out the other.
And this probably won't end well.
Let's talk about your brother.
What happened to your brother?
And what does that have to do with this?
I don't know. You mentioned it, so I was just wondering.
There's not much to tell. A stone block that was loaded wrong, slippery ground after rain, and when the wagon overturned on him, there was no one around to help.
What do you mean, no one? Surely he wasn't alone.
No, he had Thomas with him. But Thomas couldn't lift the wagon off him, and by the time he found help, it was too late. And as if that wasn't bad enough, someone robbed my brother while Thomas was looking for help.
Someone robbed him after he was dead?
I don't know. But they took a mottled scarf which I gave him as a keepsake. He laughed when I gave it to him. He said it would make him look like a fop, but he still wore it all the time. And someone must have thought it was worth stealing.
But who'd steal a scarf?
Why are you asking me? When they brought him back here, he didn't have it. That's all I know.
I'm sorry about what happened to him.
Me too. But it was his own fault. If he'd brought more people with him, he'd still be alive. He was too kind for his own good.
I understand.
This Thomas guy is guilty. I don't know if we could find that mottled scarf, prove that Thomas was the one who killed and robbed her brother. What was her brother's name? Let's see here. I should go and see Thomas the foreman and try reasoning with him. Well, I could try to do that. And this is something different entirely. I don't know. The monastery wants Fritz and Matthew to pay for treatment. That doesn't seem right to me. I've got to get to the bottom of this. Fritz mentioned some fight. A fight at the monastery? But we're not going to worry about that right now. So, we go talk to Thomas. I'm wondering if I should go talk to Thomas first, or if I should try to find that scarf. I wonder where Thomas stays. Where do you think Thomas would stay? Do you think he stays out here, maybe? Could be. There's a bed here. Let's see. I'm worried if I try to rob that somebody will open this freaking door and catch me doing it. That always seems to happen. But I need to see what's in here. Just some cabbage. Just some more cabbage. Okay, so this is just some cabbage lover. This freaking cabbage lover here. Alright. It's hard for me to tell, like, you know, what I'm looking in. When it says Rob, what is it exactly that I'm looking in, you know? Like, at least that had a lid on it, and that had a lid on it, so I could tell that I've looked in those things. But, like, am I looking in this sack now? Or am I looking in this thing now? It's hard to say. But we're not going to find anything here. But I wouldn't be surprised if that was Thomas's place. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I might have to pickpocket Thomas, actually. I can't be lockpicking that with these people walking around, that's for sure. It's funny.
Henry.
Thanks. So he walks out here with a sack, and he's going to lay it there on the ground. And then... let me see what he does now. He's going to leave. But I'm pretty sure that I saw Thomas leaving here with sacks earlier. So, are they just carrying the same sack back and forth? Let's see. Thomas comes in here. He walks in. Okay, well at least he picked up a different sack. So now he picks up a sack. He's gonna carry it back into this building over here. These guys just carrying sacks back and forth forever. Okay, he grabbed a sack. Oh, okay. So that must be private. But that's never stopped me.
Get
Old
the
Thomas.
hell out of here! There's nothing here for you.
Oh yeah? Let's not make him mad. I don't want to make him mad yet.
What are you doing here?
I want to talk to you, sir. Come out here so I can talk to you. I really want to, yeah. Let's figure something out. Hey, you. I'm going to talk to you.
Good day to you.
Let's see. Gosh. How are the carpenters?
So what do you think about the workers I brought you?
If I hadn't put in a good word for them, the miller would have thrown them out by now.
Yeah, well, gosh. I heard something else.
I heard them say something else.
So they're complaining, are they? I provide for them, and all they do is slack off.
Isn't it the miller who provides for them?
He can't manage the work anymore. If it weren't for me, there'd be nothing left standing around here.
Yeah, but you need help, dude.
But you need the help anyway. And they're pretty handy.
Maybe, but they're in no danger of overworking themselves. They act like they're too good for the mill, and I saw them eyeing up Jane.
Nothing strange about that. She's a pretty girl, and she's of an age to marry.
It's not marriage they've got on their minds. They'd have their way with her, then before her belly started to grow, they'd have run for the hills.
Look, we can reach an agreement. You need the mill fixed, they need the money. If they have peace to do their work, they'll be able to finish it faster.
But
And then they'll take their groschen and leave. The mines will open again, and the faster they get their money, the quicker they'll be gone.
But do you really think I can trust them to do it? Will they do their work and leave? And leave Jane alone in the meantime?
Oh, jeez. Yes, I'll arrange it.
Of course. They're not interested in the mill. They just need the coin to pay their debts. Once they've got enough, they'll have no reason to stay here.
I never thought we could sort it out this way.
I've known them for a long time, and you can rely on them when it comes to this. Everybody will be better off.
All right. If they keep their part of the bargain, I'll even give them a few extra groschen. But woe betide them if they don't. You can tell them that. God be with you.
Okay, so we talked to him and kind of came to an agreement, it seems like. I was kind of wanting to get rid of him, though, but I also didn't want to anger him either, because that would have been bad, because he's a hothead. So, yeah. I went to see if Thomas would listen to reason. I have to tell Matthew I managed to persuade Thomas.
How are you?
Oh, I talked to the miller's daughter?
I spoke with the miller's daughter.
It's a shame her father won't listen to her. She knows all about Thomas, but
Her father doesn't believe her.
he reckons it's just a woman's fancy. And he probably thinks she's smitten with one of us. Not that I'd object, but she's a clever one. She'd make a better miller than either of those two.
Well, anyway, I was able to change his mind.
It took some doing, but I made a deal with him.
I'm glad to hear it. So we can stay here? He'll leave us be?
He'll leave you alone, but there are conditions. Once you finish your job, you'll vanish from here. But you'll get an extra groschen or two for your troubles.
And that's it? I thought... Never mind.
Oh, and you're to stop dallying with the miller's daughter. Keep on mucking about with her and you'll muck things up for yourselves.
The fucking bastard. He can go fuck himself. He'd better give us enough groschen to make it worth it. But I suppose I should thank you. You may have bought us some peace and quiet, and that's better than nothing. Here's something for your help.
Holy cow, these guys are rich. 175 groschen? Gee whiz. So we completed the quest.
God be with you.
I really don't like the way that quest went. I don't like the way I handled that at all. I don't know. I honestly don't know what I was expecting to have happen. Oh, these guys are racing now. I was kind of hoping to get rid of Thomas because he seems like a jerk. I mean, she doesn't even like him. Yeah, I don't like the way I did that. I really... I'm sorry, I hit my microphone. I really don't like the way I handled that. I'm trying to decide what I want to do here. Because, remember, right when we got here, the game saved. So I could conceivably reload the game and, you know, try something else. What the heck would I be robbing in here? That's weird. Huh. What? Oh, maybe eggs or something? Because this is a chicken coop? Maybe that's what I'd be robbing. So, yeah. That quest is over now. I mean, there's nothing more I could do about it. Our other choices were to, like, lure him somewhere and ambush him. I think the guy's guilty, man. I think I want to try that again. It was a lot of talking, though. You know? There's a lot of talking we did with these guys. I don't know. I tell you what. I'm going to end this episode right here, and I'm going to let you guys decide. In the comments below, let me know what you think I should do. Should I just go with what I've done, or should I restart the game at that save point and try out this quest again, but instead try to get rid of Thomas instead of doing it the way I did it? I'd just like to know what you guys think, so just let me know in the comments below. I will not play again until I've seen your responses, so this should work out good. Alright. Sounds like fun, right? Sure, lots of fun. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you again in the next episode.